Everyone must have a first gay experience, and what determines the life that one would live after that is the people within one's proximity. There are a lot of things that goes through people's mind the first time they discover that they are gay. I went through the same experience the first time I realized that I was not like the other boys in my neighborhood. I stayed alone for some time in my room, trying to figure out how I was going to come out and inform the people around me, especially my family, about my sexuality. A lot of questions lingered through my mind, but what bothered me most was the fear of rejection. The decision to come out as a gay is always hard to make, and there are a lot of factors to put into consideration before one takes the chance. Before I could come out as a gay, I tried to figure the people that could be hurt by the shock of my unique sexuality. For instance, what would my parents think about me? At some point, I figured that they were going to feel like they have failed in their responsibility as parents. But the truth is, at some point in life, what people think does not really matter. What matters are the way you feel about yourself. That is the force that drove me into coming out. And I said I had to be myself, no matter how the society would treat me. The decision to come out as a gay always has negative consequences. And for people to accept you for you in terms of sexual orientation, it still takes time. Just like any other gay individuals out there who decided to come out, I went through some torture in life. Though it might not be physical torture, society is always cruel when it comes to gayism. Immediately, I let the world into my sexual orientation. I lost almost all my friends. Nobody wanted to associate himself with me. I went through emotional torture in school, and the neighborhood as nobody would want to walk with me. Parents warned their children against me in the belief that I might influence their straight kids into joining my group. Indeed, it was a sad moment and a low one for me. I first discovered that I was gay when I was between the age of 10 and 12 years. During that time, I realized that the things that captured my attention were not like the other boys I used to play with, in my neighborhood. Most of the time, I was attracted to female fashions, and at some point, I started wearing ladies' clothing, and I found it hard to understand the reason why. I realized that I was not the only one who felt the way as most gay people always have that gay moment at the age of around 10 years old, and it is confirmed when they join high school at the age of 15, and later when about to join university they find courage to come out just like I did. After coming out as gay, I spent some time alone, but then later I decided to gather the courage to overcome the fear of rejection. The good thing is that the Constitution is against any form of discrimination. Therefore, just like others, I realized that I had a right. With time, it turned out that there were also other gay students who were afraid to come out. After I had done that, I made new friends with the gays in the school and eventually managed to find a romantic relationship with some guy whom I realized that I had feelings for. Before the constitutional amendments, gays were afraid to come and declare their sexual orientation with the fear of how the society would view them. Currently, We have been accepted into society, and it feels good. We now dare to walk anywhere within the country with our partners without being discriminated, just like the straight people do. Just like many nations did when they first got their independence, the gays like us now have their independence, and the gay flag is up flying independently. Even though there are a lot of critics, the reality is that I am happy that at last we managed to achieve our independence as the LGBT community.